So I know when I talked about it, and I was kind of in a different situation for you, where the trade piece they had coming back from Chicago was a huge deal. It's still a great deal. They got Phil Deneau and now Romanov on defense for me and Fleischmann. So that was a pretty good deal for them. They obviously were not turning that one down, but I think it was obviously different for you. Where you guys probably, obviously you can talk on it, but you obviously, work something out and trying to put you in a good situation where you could go win. And then you came back, in free agency, which was something, they made me the offer. But for me, I was kind of scarred a little bit at that point that I couldn't come back, and I just couldn't get myself to do it. So, talk about that as much as you want, where the conversation happened with you and Burge when you got traded, and how did it work coming back? Was that obviously something that was predetermined when you got traded, or how did it work?
Yeah, it was. During the year, obviously, my contract was up that year, and we started talking. I don't know, just guessing right now, around Christmas time maybe, or something like that. And I told Burge right away, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to keep, I want to keep playing in Montreal, and
Right.
if he wants, obviously, I don't mind staying in and finishing the year in Montreal and play another year in there. But at the stage of my career, obviously, I was probably good player to get traded, to get something back for playoffs, and that's what happened. And I didn't know where I'm gonna go. I didn't know what's going to happen until last probably day or two before I got traded. So that's when it happened. And then Burge told me not to play against, I think it was a Tampa Bay that night in Montreal, and all of a sudden I knew it's coming. So I didn't know where, but I found out next morning, and he told me it's Toronto. So
and how did that make you feel?
Yeah, that must have been weird.
Man, I kind of stopped for 15-20 minutes, and I was like, holy shit. Like, Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs. That's
Man, for as long as you played too, that's crazy.
That's unreal. It's I might be the luckiest guy in the world, or or the other way, because you go into the probably biggest rivalry team and the city and stuff like that. But in the end of the day, I look it back. I was happy. Playing with such a talented players as Marner and Matthews and Patrick Mauro, veteran legend, and obviously Mike Babcock as a coach, Lou Lamoriello as a GM. Great experience for me. Looking back, it was a great experience where I'm still thinking about it right now. What I experienced in Toronto, and I enjoyed it there. It was a good run. In the end of the day, we lost Boston, but I enjoyed it, and very happy to go back to Montreal the following summer.
Yeah, no, it all came full circle. And when you were in Toronto, you shaved the goatee. And I remember my wife and I were watching the game, and we're like, he looks 20 years younger.
Changed everything.
The baby face. We're like, yeah, look at that. It must have been hard, because now you're wearing blue and you're used to checking blue, and I'm like, I wonder if
man, it was harder than I thought it's going to be. Seriously, really? I thought, well, you know what? It's just a jersey, and I grew up in Cloudno. We are a blue and white team. I grew up as a white and blue, and being in Toronto after all those years from Montreal, it felt weird. Like, it felt different, and. In the I look at it. I'm wearing Toronto Maple Leafs logo. It's wow. It's original 6 team. What can you ask better? To experience Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs. 2 hockey cities, best in the world probably, and being lucky like that. But it was I really have to say it was weird. It was something that where I look at in the practices or in games, it was like, holy shit, I'm missing the red here.
And you didn't have Flower kicking around the room. That must have been weird too.
Flower wasn't around, I was like looking around the guys. I was like, Flower, where are you?
Wait, what? Wait, who's Flower?
The team service guy in Montreal. He's been there forever.
Okay. So shout out to Flower.
Lucky used to run his show all the time, so it's funny.